Zdeno, how's it going?
Good. How are you, Samantha?
Good. Just wondering with these new protocols with COVID, were you still able to see your family I guess the last night and then the later this week?
Yeah, we follow all the protocols that need to be followed by the team regulation and legal regulations. So I was able to see my family, my kids. It was really nice to see them after a long time and be a dad for one day again.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Go to Tarek El-Bashir with The Athletic.
Z, how much have you been looking forward to tomorrow's game, and will it help you kind of contain your emotions a little bit because there won't be any fans there?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting to be back. Obviously, we all wish to have fans at some point, hopefully sooner, at our arenas. I mean, they always make the games more exciting, but at this time we're gonna have to obviously wait and respect that the safety and healthy is the priority. But yeah, it's gonna be nice to be back.
Thanks.
We'll go to Tom Galletti with NHL.com.
You think there'll be emotions when you walk into that building tomorrow morning, and I guess in tomorrow night for the game anyway, even without fans? Or
I don't think it's gonna change my emotions based on fans or no fans. I think that we all got used to now being without the fans and playing without the fans. I don't think that's gonna make a difference now.
so it'll be an emotional night regardless.
I will prepare for the game the same way as I always prepare for any game. Try to be ready and give my best.
We'll go to Scott Abraham with ABC7.
Hey Z, do you feel any kind of disappointment in a sense that it's not really a true homecoming because there aren't those fans, in the arena where you won't get that ovation and whatnot?
I wouldn't say it's disappointing. I think it's kind of, it is what it is. I think that at this time, like I said, we have to respect the protocols. We have to respect the safety and of the fans and players and everyone working at these facilities is the most important thing. Yeah, it would be great to have fans, like I said, at the arenas and cheering us on and experience these energy swings during the games. But yeah, I mean, I think that it's been quite some time that we are kind of used to not playing without the fans. So we just got to create our own energy and just feed off that.
We'll go to Matt Porter with the Boston Globe.
Hi, Zdeno. You've gone through the league so many times in visiting buildings, going through your warm-up routine, knowing where you need to be, what you need to do. Do you have an idea of what it's going to feel like as a visitor in TD Garden during the pregame? Kind of, do you know where you have to go and where you're going to be able to warm up and all the stuff that you're going to be able to do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be fine, Matt. I think it's been quite enough time at the TD Garden, so I think I'm gonna be fine.
Okay.
We'll go to Stephen Weiner with the AP.
Hey, Zdeno, you said a few weeks ago that the hardest part of the season has been being away from your family. I'm wondering kind of what went into that decision of your family staying home in Boston, and how have you tried to keep in touch with them this year?
Well, I think we're trying to do our best with the technology we have available in these days. I think that obviously with the FaceTime and phone technologies, you can be in touch daily and number of times if possible, if needed. But yeah, I mean, it's different with that not being with them at home. So yeah, but those are the sacrifices we talked about before I made that decision, and so far it's been working, and yeah, it's like I said, it was nice to see them last night.
We'll go to Dan Roche with WBZ TV.
I see. Nice to hear that you get to see your family and everything. I think not having fans there, obviously tomorrow night, I think everyone thinks of you when they think of that thunderous ovation you got prior to Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals a couple of years ago when you came back. I think a lot of fans will be watching and would have the same questions, the same response if they were there. what would you say to the fans that can't be there but will be watching on TV as you make your return to Boston?
I think from day one, in 2006 when I signed with Boston Bruins, I feel really connected with the Boston fans and city of Boston. I developed so many great friendships and connections, and we went through so many ups and downs together. We always felt their energy and support, being with us and behind us in those times, and the best moment that we all can probably share is to bring Stanley Cup back to Boston in 2011. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate and how lucky and blessed I am to share these celebrations with the fans, and everything they've done for me and my family, all these communities I've been part of, and so I just want to thank them for everything they've done for me and my family, for the support and for the love.
We'll go to Andy Koska with the Washington Times.
Hey Z, I mean, is a stadium just a stadium without fans in it, or is there something special about TD Garden that you expect to kind of feel again when you walk back in?
Well, at certain time it is special, but at time when the puck is dropped, you really have to focus on what's happening on the ice and not what's kind of around you or what's outside of the glass. So I'm sure it's gonna be a very familiar place, and obviously the environment. It's something that I was very close with for many years, but I think that we all have to realize that once the puck is dropped, you really have to focus what's going on, inside the glass, and just perform.
We'll go to Ben Raby with the Capitals Radio Network.
As Zdeno, I actually want to ask you something just a little unrelated to your return. Nicholas Backstrom approaching 700 career assists. Backstrom and Bergeron, can you compare and contrast them, similarities, differences between the two?
They're very, very special players. Both of them are so talented, so smart with the puck. I think they're a little different players, but they're so unique and so special to whoever played with them, and so important to their teams. Obviously I got a chance to play with Patrice for most of his career, and he's probably the best two-way center out there. But Nicky is so good with the puck, and so smart that it's almost none. It's just very, very hard to find players like that. I'm just very lucky to be playing with be able to play with both of those kind of players.
We'll go to David Gulata with NBC Sports.
Hey, Zdeno, I got a question in regards of when it looked as if you were not coming back to the Bruins. Was there ever a thought of just saying, you would call it a career, knowing what you meant to Boston and Boston meant to you? Or, did you still have that drive to play, that even if it wasn't going to be in Boston, that's what you were going to do?
Well, I had to wait what the situation would be with the Boston. And once I knew, and I was very clear what the circumstance and the situation would be for me, then I made a decision to continue to play, and I made a decision to move on.